Hey guys, how's everyone going? I do apologise that I haven't filmed or posted a video in so long. I have filmed one previously at my birthday, but that was back in August and we're now in November. I haven't had a computer to edit. I honestly haven't had a space to film in. I've just set up my filming room today and I moved in here like 8 months ago, but I had housemates, so kind of didn't work out very well. Anyway, I'll explain more as I'm doing my makeup because I'm in a little bit of a rush. It's already like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I have probably about 2 hours left of sunlight or decent sunlight to film. And I want to try and film like 5 videos, including this tutorial. So I have another 4 to film. The other 4 to film will probably take me about half an hour each to film. But anyway, I'm blabbling, so I need to like get a wriggle on. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and start with the eyes and the brows. So I'm just taking, this is the Beauty Glazed I Got You Edition palette. I'm taking the shade Creamy and I'm just using that to set that concealer in place so that all the other shadows have a nice base to blend on top of. I'm not going to have any patchiness. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Shaaanxo the Remix palette and I'm going to take the shade, I might actually take the shade Bestie first just for the colours to blend into it. This is like my transition shade. So that's just going in the crease and up a little bit. Doesn't matter if we're too messy on the outer corner because we haven't done our foundation yet, so we can clean that up later. I always go ham on one eye and not the other, and then it looks uneven. Alright, now I'm gonna go in with just a round blender brush and going in with Lover, which is that purple shade in this palette, and that's going in the crease. I'm also making sure to blend these up a little bit higher because I am going to cut the inner part of my crease. So I want to make sure that I get all these colours into it. And then going back in with the brush that I use Bestie on, no extra colour, just blending where they meet. I'm going to do the same on the other eye. I'm first going to use the shade Amethyst in this one. I'm just taking that on a flat blender brush and that's just going deeper into the crease. You don't want to cover up Lover too much. I will go in and add some more again. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of this colour. Just going to quickly go back in with Lover, add some more higher up just to bring that purple back in because I really love the look of that purple. It's a Sunset palette by Chee. It looks like this. Taking that purple right there, and that's going in the deepest part and a little bit up in the crease. And I'm taking that on a different brush. It's still a blender brush, but it's a little bit more packed and tapered so I can get it in more concentrated place. I think this is called the Real Techniques crease brush. And now I'm just going to go over that with the brush I use Bestie on and just help blend all of that together. So now we're going to cut the crease. Just going to use my normal concealer. This is my Maybelline New York Fit Me concealer in Fair Clair. Just put a little bit on the back of my hand. Take that on a tiny little paddle brush and just begin to carve out the inner, like, I'd say to here, of my crease. So like sort of halfway. Like I said, I'm doing that just above my natural crease. Just grab another paddle brush and I'm going to use this shiny purple next to this one that we used before. That's going to go on top of that. And then I'm going to take the same brush that we used that dark purple on and blend the two together. Alright, I'm going to do the same on the other eye and I'll be right back. So now to make it even more extra than it already is and to cut it even more, I'm taking my Australis Metallics eyeshadow in the shade Pearl Jamming. It's like a rose gold shade. And I'm taking that on a little liner brush. And we're going to use this to cut the crease even further. So it's going to be sort of like glitter liner, but because I don't have like a gold glitter liner or anything like that, I'm going to just use this. There we go. So that's kind of, this eye is way better than that eye. So we're just cutting like where it is and just dragging it a little bit past, not too far. Actually, what I'm going to do quickly is I'm just going to cover up this one, these 2 pimples that I have because it's my time of month. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix these 2 together because this one's too light for me and I don't really like this one, but when I mix them I don't mind them. So this one's like way too pink for my like skin. When I mix it with the other one it's okay. Ooh. I feel like the other one's too yellow and too light for me anyway. I can use it to mix in with other foundations and then it looks fine. See, the other one was the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. This one is the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Full Coverage foundation. My face is going to look too light for me, but I can bronze it, so that's fine. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15 Fair Clair. And concealing under my eyes, cleaning up that eyeshadow. And I will highlight a few points on my face as well. But mainly want to cover those dark circles. I'm just getting my powder ready because I like to set pretty much straight away. I don't like to talk for too long. The powder I'll be using is the BYS Matte Finishing Loose Powder in the shade Natural Beige. Just gonna blend this out. I'm gonna open this and get it ready to go. And I'm gonna use like another sponge. Okay, so now just dipping my other sponge into the powder and I'm just going to bake a few areas on my face. Now I'm going to go in with a normal powder. This is the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder. It's oil and fragrance free. Not tested on animals. That's awesome. Go Australis. Didn't notice that. Sorry. I just got excited. The shade is 46010 Natural. I'm just gonna put some on my brush and stamp all over where I don't have bake. I'm gonna stamp first and then I'll blend. Alright, so I'm just gonna buff everywhere else other than the bake for now. Except the forehead. The forehead can stay. I'm going to get my Australis AC On Tour Contouring Highlighting Kit. This is the powder one this time. And I'm just going to take this little dome brush and the banana powder in the middle. I'm going to use that to wipe off this bake as well as brighten up the under eye. I've got my Real Techniques stippling brush and I usually use that to bronze, but this is fine. So I use this Physicians Formula Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls in Beige Pearl. They're a little bit darker because of what I use them for. So I put a little bit of this on my brush. I load it up to get a little bit of shine and highlight because I like my bronzer to be quite glowy. And then I take my bronzer, which is matte, and I just add that on top and I end up with a glowy bronzer. This is just not a good makeup day, guys. Like, now my cheek looks muddy. So the bronzer color I'm using is actually a contour color from the Maybelline New York Master Contour by Face Studio kit. I got the wrong one by accident. I got the medium to dark, like medium to deep skin tone, shade 20. So I'm just bronzing up my temples and my forehead a little bit. A little over my nose and my chin, and I'm just gonna, so now we're gonna contour. So this palette, as you can see, I've loved it. How much I've used it, the front isn't even on it anymore, but this is the Australis Take Me On Tour Contouring and Highlighting Kit. So it's the Take Me On Tour, not the AC On Tour, because it's a miniature version. So you've got banana powder, like highlighter, which this is a beautiful highlighter. It's real like natural subtle glow. It's gorgeous. And my contour shade. This is my perfect contour shade. So I'm going to take that on like this little bronzer brush that I was using before. And just take it right on the edge like that. And just contour my cheekbones. Get under the lip just to make my lips look a little bit more pouty, and contouring the temples and the very outside of my forehead a little bit, not too much. So now I'm going to highlight, and I'm going to take my ColourPop Flexitarian Super Shock Cheek Pearlized Highlighter. I just had to sort of like repress my thing, so I'm just using my finger to highlight some of my face. I'm gonna take this blush by Beauty Works, so that's what the shade looks like there. So I'm just gonna sort of tap that and brush it back on my cheeks a little bit. So I'm just gonna smoke out the lower lash line, and I'm just gonna use two colors. That's all I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna go in with that first color, Lover, from the Shaaanxo palette. And then I'm going to go in with the colour from the Sunset palette, the Chee palette, the dark purple we used from there, and just rub that closer to the lash line. This is the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid by Colour Sensational. This is in the shade 02 Great Envy. And with these, the only problem I have is they say matte, but they're not matte. I just did my liner and lashes off of camera, and that completes this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It was so good to film. I haven't filmed a video in so long. Keep an eye out because I've got an empties video coming. I've got a favorites video coming. I've also got a review on the face halos coming, and I also have a review on the menstrual cups coming as well. So make sure you stay tuned, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe down below and turn on that notification bell so you always get a notification when I upload a video. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Mwah.